The Bucks and Raptors still undefeated. The Celtics and the Pistons keeping pace. New Orleans hanging tough at the top. Not even 2 weeks in, and we have a coach fired. OKC struggling. We have a problem in Houston. All that and more. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Another NBA weekly recap. Looks like the Celtics have found their footing. They had a 2-1 week. Looked a lot better with a 20-point dub over the Pistons. Speaking of the Pistons, they are 4-1, although they did lose by 20 to the Celtics. So we'll see how they shake out. But they have been playing some good basketball. On the other end of the spectrum, the Cleveland Cavaliers are 0-3 week. They're 0-6 on the season. They fired Tyronn Lue. I mean, I don't know. I guess they're trying to send a message that they're not trying to be this bad, but I think everybody knows at this point that it looks like they're kind of lottery bound, obviously, trying to get the top pick, so we'll see how it goes. But they fired Tyronn Lue as the coach. Look like Larry Drew's going to take over, although he's saying he's not the interim coach because they haven't committed to at least next season for him.
Bruh.
So he don't want that title, so we'll see how that goes. But moving along to the West, we got the Thunder, a 1-1 week. They split, lose a game to the Celtics that I actually turned the channel from because I thought the game was over. But yeah, the OKC, they're playing some bad basketball to say the least.
Really?
They had Westbrook and Paul George, and they did beat Phoenix, even though it was only by 7. So I wasn't impressed with that victory. I thought they should have really, kind of ran Phoenix out the gym. But they didn't. So we'll see how they play in the next game. But yeah, they got some problems out there, and they better get them fixed fast. Houston Rockets, 0-2 week. They're 1-4. I know Chris Paul missed the game for the suspension, but listen, they're not good defensively. So we gotta take that into consideration. It's not just that Harden missed the game here, but because they were 1-3 with Harden. He's only missed one game. Then you move along to the big news was they're trying to get Jimmy Butler from the T-Wolves. They offered them 4 picks. I don't like the deal because I know on the surface it seems like, 4 number 1 picks, that's big. It is, but the way it's structured in the NBA is you can't offer first-round picks consecutive years. So they would get a first-round pick this coming draft. They would skip a year, get one the following draft, skip a year until they get to their 4 picks. I guess you could package those picks. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't like the deal. I mean, I don't know. I think if they're going to trade Butler, I think they got to at least try to get back at least a young asset, if not a few solid veterans, because I don't think you could just trade them for the 4 picks because you don't know what you're going to get in the draft. So, and the other thing is Houston, if you trade Butler they're going to be a contender whether they get Butler or not. So those aren't high draft picks. So I don't like that deal, but it's out there. We'll see what happens with that. New Orleans Pelicans, they're still playing well. They had a 2-1 week. The Lakers, they had a 2-2 week. Just got Rondo back, I think, for the last game on Saturday against the Spurs. Ingram will be back tonight. So we got to see how they incorporate those guys back in because I think they're going to stick with that starting lineup of Ball, Kuzma, Hart, LeBron, and McGee. And we'll see where they go. But they've been playing a lot of close games, really exciting games, actually. for a lot of teams around the league. Got to give a shout out to my man Damian Lillard having a big week, even though Portland's kind of floating above 500. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the weekly recap. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you know when I drop videos. And I have a top 5 rookies tomorrow, and we'll do the players of the week Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all in the next video.